Hello, sexy viewers, minors not included. Today I'll be showing you how to make a blurring tool over on Davinci Resolve, and it's completely free. So let's get started.
Happy Easter, Grandpa!
Before I begin with everything, I just want to mention if you don't know how to use Davinci Resolve, I do have a set tutorial on how to use it. It's a step-by-step guide, and I'll be putting it in the description down below, and it's also going to be linked to this video as well. So to begin, open up Davinci Resolve and start a new project. And for the sake of this video, I'm using one of my TikToks as an example. I'm actually going to be using this blurring tool to blur out my face. You can use it for anything though. Once you inputted your video, we're actually going to head to the 5th tab, which is the color wheel. And I know the screen looks super crazy, but it's actually super simple. And we're just going to head to this circle icon right here. And you'll see a whole bunch of shapes right here. Now what these shapes do is it creates the shape of the blur. So it really depends on what shape you want the blur to be. If you want it to be a circle, then use a circle. Me personally, I like using the pen option. The reason why I use the pen feature is because you can get really detailed with it. So if you want to like blur out a whole face, you can do so. So if you choose to do a different shape than I do in this video, it's going to work the exact same. So for this video, I'll be using the pen feature because it's more complex. And the reason why it's more complex is obviously because I have to trace out my face. So you're going to want to make sure that the pen is selected. And now with using your scroll wheel, you can zoom in and you're just going to trace your face. And to make these dots, I'm using the left click on my mouse. And to end off the crop, you're just going to want to click on the first dot that you had just created. And next, we're going to want to click on this tab right here. And this is the tracking feature that comes with Davinci Resolve. And this is going to track the face lining that you had just created on the video. So we're just going to click this button right here. It's the back and forth button. And then your face should automatically be tracked. Obviously, if you're a VTuber like me, it's not going to track super well. To fix those lines, you can take that orange cursor and just slide it. And you see how some of these dots aren't in shape? Just move the dots to where you want the shape to be. Now that your clip is all tracked and all the dots are in the places that you'd like, we can continue. We're just going to click the one right next to it, which is the blur tab. Right here under radius, you're just going to bring that up and that creates the blur feature. Obviously, I didn't do a good job with the pen feature because I didn't really try, but you get the grasp. And going back, if you don't want to use the pen feature and you want to use a circle, we can do that as well. So you're just going to use the circle. I'm putting it over my face. And then we're going to head to the tracker section. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're just clicking the back and forth button and it should track your face. Click on the next tab right next to it, which is the blur tab, and raise it up. And that's how you get a circle around your face. Now let's just say you want to blur two things in the same video at the same time. Let me show you how to do that. You're going to actually right click on this panel right here and add a node, and you're going to do a corrector node. You can move it wherever you want. It doesn't really matter. You're going to take this green arrow and connect it to the green square on video 1, and then take video 2's green square and connect it to the dot right here on the end. So now this is giving you a second sequence. It's basically a second page on the same video. So notice you can actually click back and forth. This is obviously the first blur that we had created in the first sequence, and this is the second one that's a completely fresh new page. And on this page, obviously make sure it's selected orange, and you can do the same thing over again. I'm just using the circle feature again. This one I'm not tracking just for the sake of the video because it's not going to be tracking anything. Then going to the blur icon, you're just going to raise it up, and that is how you make a second blur in the same video. Obviously, if you want to make a 3rd, 4th, 5th node of extra blurs in that same video, you can do that. All right, that's the end of this tutorial. I just want to say thank you so much if you made it all the way to the end. If this video helped you, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any video suggestions, please leave them down below because video suggestions are greatly appreciated around here. Bye, friend!